Okay, and we're going live with Regiments today. So you gotta make sure I can see your comments first. Does it appear on my end? Alright, here we go. Alright, should be able to see your comments now, and yeah. So today we're going to have a look at the destruction regiments. And it is quite pleasantly surprising, more than I was expecting, so let's get right into it. Alright, here we go, let's look at the situation. Okay, I think... Oh yeah. So, who should I begin with? Get some tanks over here. An anti-air and I'll wait for the next one. Hello. So yeah, as you can see, the scale is quite big, and I was pretty surprised to see the detail in some of the destruction happening here, so you will see. This is a Cold War gone hot strategy game with some very pleasant surprises when it comes to destruction. You'll see in a bit. Definitely some issues. Can't go without that, but no dismemberment in this one, guys, no gore on this one. We have building gore, we have warehouse gore, we have car gore, actually. But no body parts. Arsenal, I did make a video about Dishonored 1, I think in the first year of the channel. Gotta be in the first 10 or 15 videos I made in this team, and as for the rest of us, still don't have a console, so at the moment just not playing at all. Maybe later, I mean, who knows. For the very least, we're going to have Last of Us 1 remake, which of course I will cover as soon as it comes on PC. Not gonna happen on September, but hopefully not too far off. Really could use more anti-air right now, but that's okay. Yeah, the gore in Last of Us 2 is just incredible from what I saw. Opa, okay. Gotta get those guys in cover. We have one down. Ah, and there goes those tanks. Damn. Maybe those guys here are in a better position. Maybe not. And I'm losing my Vulcans. That was a bad idea. I should probably keep those near tanks. And yeah, just gotta get them to retreat. And let's look at some of the destruction we can have here. Oh yeah, here we go. Look at that. So the first feature, as you can see, you can kind of see here, once it stops burning, is it dynamic chewing on buildings. Which is really unexpected. Okay, yeah, you can see it here very well. So yeah, guys, this chewing part appears at the point of impact. So on a game of this scale, you're not really expecting dynamic chewing, aren't you? And you know, I was expecting something like Warno. You know, the clean state, destroyed state, and then I see this and just, wow. That applies to buildings. It also applies to some of the surrounding objects, as you can see this bit right here. And you can also see the first issue, this feature that you have. For some buildings you don't have this dynamic beautiful chewing. you just get painting black. That's definitely an issue. I can have new task force. Which one has the Vulcan? This one. Are those guys still alive? Yes, they are. Maybe I can actually get them to resupply. They should probably retreat. So yeah, as you can see, it looks quite amazing, And also the vehicle wrecks are permanent. I have not seen a single one of them vanish, which is... The aftermath in this one are quite great, you'll see. Basically all of the damage, with the exception of some bits of debris. Basically everything stays, let's see. Those durability are kind of low, probably wanna get him here. Those guys... I actually have some artillery to call in. I want to get it right over here, yeah. Let's see what happens to those guys. So for the most part the vehicle damage is not too terribly varied. As you can see, it's usually mostly just a burned overlay. But in the case of tanks, the tower can come off and both the base and the tower do stay permanently. Which is pretty great stuff. And the other main difference when it comes to vehicle damage is difference in explosion. As you can see right here. Alright, now where are the guys over here? But let's see what you were saying. I was kinda busy showcasing the destruction. Oh, this is a Cold War gun hot game. Which is also a very cool theme. I like it quite a lot. Yeah, I forgot I increased how much is the game. I think around 30 bucks or something. I played about, I think, 9 hours or so of it, and it is very nice. I do like it quite a lot. This one I actually can recommend for the 30 bucks for sure. Definitely one I'll be playing, you know, even after I'm done with the... I'm basically done with the review. It will come out on Thursday. Let's see, do I have more Vulcans? Yeah. So anti-air is pretty important to have. Because if you do manage to take down an enemy plane, it's gonna give them quite a hard time. They're gonna have to wait quite a cooldown, and that is a good thing when you disable enemy aircraft. Let's see, where is he shooting from? Here he is, okay. Well, let's see if this is going to end badly for my planes. So as for the stream plans, basically it's kind of like the way it's going now. So if I have something new and exciting to showcase, I'll make a stream like this one. Let's see if we'll get to see a plane crash. Hopefully not, but yeah, okay. They made it out. Nice. So when there is something new and interesting out, like this game right now, I'm making a live impression stream of this type, answering your questions, showcasing the various features in the go. Wait a sec, I need... Should I get more Vulcans? Do I have any more Vulcans? I'll get heroes. Those are also quite useful. So as I'm saying, when there is something new, you know, in between when there's demonstration video, so in between the demonstration and the full review, I'll be making this sort of a live impressions format. In this case, we'll have the full review come out on Thursday. And now just stream for you guys. And I'll probably wanna get the Vulcan somewhere else. Oh yeah, as for favorite games, actually my favorite game is SWAT 4. Just so many good memories in that one, both in terms of single player and multiplayer. Such a great game, and thankfully now we have... Okay, I'm probably risking it, but I might see a plane crash. Let's see. Oh, I'm definitely risking it. They have anti-air right here. Incoming. See, can they make it out safely? Ah, by the way, I see a plane crash in the distance, and... Well, not my plane, thankfully, but someone had quite a bad day. The plane crashes are actually quite nice. I hope we'll be able to catch one in better view, but... The wrecks are a little bit underwhelming. No, it could use a little bit more mass. Just like... very few. Hopefully we'll get to see one in more up close. Alright, let's see. Get me some air support. Do I have any more tanks available? Yeah. Those guys are, by the way, holding on very decently. Look at that. And look, let's look at what's happening here. So as I mentioned, the vehicle mass is permanent. So everything that goes down is going to stay down. Open war, getting... Oh wow, yeah. Gotta get those guys. Ah, and there goes my helicopter. And as you can see, the debris model for the helicopter is not great. Kind of like a gory mess of a helicopter. Definitely would be better off kind of half buried. That was a pretty short-lived air support. And as for the terrain damage, as you can see, you do have damaged ground for practically every impact. It just kind of like makes it darker and deletes the grass, if the heat was big enough. You can probably see it here, yeah. No grass right in the epicenter. But the very cool thing about it is that all of it is permanent. And you'll see as we're going to get. Don't wanna lose those guys. Yeah, the thing about strategy games, you gotta always have an eye out on many fronts. Oh yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. Let's see if he will, let's see if he will. Oh wow, yeah. I don't think he's gonna make it very long. But you can see the terrain damage happening on the go. And as you can see, each one of those black marks is going to remain permanently. At the end of the round, they are all going to be there. Which is very cool. As you can see, the terrain damage is not terribly impressive, not at all. As I mentioned, just black mark and grass gets deleted. But the thing it has going for it is that it is entirely permanent. Every single one, and I'm definitely willing to take some sacrifices for the sake of a great aftermath, which we do have right here. I forgot to use the air support I have, so I think... Yeah, those guys here are asking for it. Thanks, Zeke. Yeah, I forgot they upped the range quite a bit. So everyone is vulnerable at a longer distance. So if you remember at the start of the round, I've seen some damage here, and as you can see, all of it is here. But let's showcase one issue and... Oh, whoa, look at that! So that wasn't the case when I was reviewing the game. You do actually have some 3 damage now, because previously there was no 3 damage whatsoever. They were just entirely intact no matter what. I have this burn model. Wonder if they can come down. You know what? Let's see if Chris can come down. Gonna gladly waste an artillery strike. And let's see what happens. No direct hit on vegetation. Make some tests in that later. Alright, now what? The hell is that? Oh, it's coming from a tank. Okay, they got a GTFO. It seemed they make it. Alright. Do we still have the air support? No, sits down. But let's give them some right here. And look at the aftermath. So they have some air defense here, but let's see if they can withstand 2 strikes. Oh, I see. Yeah, we have a plane going down, and I think it's a mine plane. Yep. Let's see if it destroys any vegetation. Okay, yeah. Let's look at the vegetation damage, and all I can see is just the burn variation. By the way, well, this wasn't the case when I was reviewing it. So it's also like... Oh, that is cool, that is cool. So you also have it partially burned. Look at that. I do dig the systems in this game. I will show you more of that in the build areas, but that is cool, partially burned trees. I dig a lot. Might even warrant an update video, to be honest. But what's the status of my units? Too busy showcasing the cool structure. Oh yeah, so... Have some tanks here having a hard time. The Vulcans are basically doing okay. But I could use some more armor support. This guy has to GTFO though. Can I blast the deserving with artillery? Yes, I can. Alright, yes, so I see a comment from Bardo about Warden conflict. Oh, definitely. But I was having actually some trouble that game. For some reason. I had some crazy PC errors. Wouldn't believe. And they happened following me playing War and Conflict. Because I was going to review it instead of the Company of Heroes. Not entirely sure what was the cause, but for like about a month and a half, I had just some crazy PC issues. It could just shut down randomly. Restart randomly, refuse to turn on. Where's the Vulcans? No more Vulcans. So I'd love to make a video on War and Conflict, but I've had some pretty crazy issues with that game. Okay, let's... More Vulcans, more armor. Yeah, so as for the fix patches, there is a kind of like community-made fix for the issues it has with high thread counts, was it? Or something. And of course I used that, because otherwise they wouldn't run it on. But when I did, I just had these crazy issues. And by the way, I do have combat in more built areas, so you gotta get some units there to show you guys the destruction in all its glory. As you've already seen, it definitely has quite a bit of glory. And apparently on these range settings I do want to keep the aircraft far away. So how should I approach this? Probably wanna put some units here. Some units here and carefully move inside there. Maybe have some plane support. Or maybe they're all busy here. So I can take the right side more easily. Всем русскоговорящим привет. Рад вас уже видеть здесь. Aha, I see I have artillery over here. So they get the appropriate answer. Ah, they have bad intel, because I have no one here. As far as I can see, we only have the burn 3 model, kind of like in War now. Except it's more dynamic and it only gets burned at the point of impact. Let's see. Yeah, well, you can have very clear showcase right here, and he also kind of chewed up this one a little bit. That is cool. I think it might even warrant an update video, because it wasn't the case when I was doing the full review. Durability 69. Do I have the helicopters? I don't have the helicopters anymore. Definitely have more gore stuff coming as well, so there's a pretty excellent new mod by Galaxy High Marshal that I'm covering right now. And I'm also scheduled to conduct an interview tomorrow. Oh yes, so my assault didn't go quite as smoothly. I probably want to get even more units over here and move them in slowly, have some air support from far away. Let's see, do those guys make it out? No planes lost, hopefully. Yes, he survived. He survived. Yeah, so his mod for his new mod. Basically, almost each one of his mods is quite impressive, so I will be covering that. Video will be coming soon, and I told him too, like, his mods are too good for the game. Because it is a very glitchy game on a very glitchy engine. And if you want to play online, like let's say TDT, every server has like loads of bloatware you gotta download. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gmod. But the mods for it are awesome, so I keep coming back to it. Garry's mod, the new mod for Garry's mod by Galaxy High Marshal, taking the blood and gore effects even further. You'll see it's very impressive stuff. Okay, I think we took down their air defenses. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. And as you can see, there are parts falling off, and there goes the plane itself. That is safe. Guess not. I wanna get to the more built areas, but let's see what can be seen in this one. Because I don't seem to be able to advance too much. And as you can see, in the beginning of the stream, those two Vulcans were here, destroyed. Here they are, didn't go anywhere. There was a hole here and it just got expanded. And here is one Vulcan that didn't get very good cover. I did not remove any review. Now it's still there, it's one of the first reviews I made on the channel. Maybe even go by the oldest videos, you should be able to find it, no problem. I want to showcase destruction on objects. So let's see, I have a tank over here. Everyone has ammo. Okay, I wanna keep those guys kind of far away. I think for once we are overpowering them, which is nice. Yeah, so you know, with all the things I have going, the music, this channel, other stuff I have going in my life, I have zero time to learn an entirely new skill of developing a game. But I'm very happy covering everything that is good and everything that may be of interest. So yeah. I forgot when was the last time that I was bored. To that degree, and I am not kidding. Like, I wish there was more time in a day than I have. Just to do the stuff I'm doing right now. And yeah, this point is right in the open and they're just taking fire from everywhere. Try to alleviate that with some artillery support. We gotta capture something. Alright. Poor bastard. There was 4 of them at the beginning and now only 1 left. Okay, maybe those guys are gonna take the hit for him. Hopefully. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. How's the game? Game is awesome. Really enjoying it. Okay, so we have some units here, and yeah, now it's a good opportunity to showcase some artillery damage. Let's see, let's see. Okay, we do have... Alright, yeah, we do have some stuff to showcase right now. Right, so as you guys can see, okay, check this out. So, as I mentioned, the damage on the buildings is dynamic, and that dynamic damage applies to objects as well, so... As you can kind of see here, because for some reason it disappears when you get too close to it, but a shell hit right about here. This building you only have the getting black, but you can see this vehicle getting chewed up a little, and that is just crazy impressive stuff. Basically, it's stuff you have for buildings, you also have for objects. Can you see it here somewhere clearly, perhaps? Yeah, I mean, just look at that. Show it right here. You have this kind of electric box, generator, whatever. And part of it is kind of burned, part of it is chewed up. And it is all totally dynamic and very impressive stuff. Very impressive stuff. Anything else we can see here? Oh, and one more very cool touch, as you can see here. Doesn't have quite the same effect as it would have had if there was actual visual damage here, but where buildings were hit, you have some debris spawned. In this case it's only texture, as you can see, but it is much better than nothing, so maybe you can get a better chewed up building. Yeah, so just look at that. So in most games you would have just part of it deleted, but here you actually also have a debris decal, be there at the point of impact, which is very, very cool. Something most games don't have. So, very impressive, as you can see. Big hit, small hit, you do have some debris at the point of impact. And where it's clear, there is no debris, so... Very cool stuff, just crazy cool stuff. You know, and on a game of such a large scale, seeing this level of detail is just crazy impressive, so... I'm definitely a fan of this. Okay. So I'll send those guys. Let's see where are we going. Okay, so now we're going back here. But I actually have a chance to get this one because I was too busy showcasing the destruction for you. I might actually be able to capture some stuff. No, I am going to slow them down here, and I see there are some... You know what, I'll do a gamble and I'll say attack here, just in case there is anything over there. Maybe we can even win this match, just because of me showcasing destruction for you. Do I have some heroes available for cover? Yeah. They should be able to cover them. And hello to the Swedish viewer. Like Sweden quite a lot. Very cool place from all I saw and heard. Lots of great metal. We'll definitely want to visit sometime. Yeah, so I'll sacrifice this unit to keep them busy over there and perhaps win this round. And my PC specs are available in the About section of the channel. Alright, so I can capture Bravo and keep an eye on Golf. I'll actually get those guys over here. Do I have my Vulcans here? Oh yeah, oh, it's a Vulcan. He can't do much about anyone, so I will send him more air support over here. Whoops, no. Vulcan against tank is not... usually does not end very well for the Vulcan, as you can see right now. Those guys can be a game changer. And so can this artillery. By the way, let's showcase some of that Trigor, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if we can get any unit to this one. Do I have any more? No. Right, the gore has been caused. Let's look at the aftermath. Alright, so this stuff is very cool. Just some few branches still alive after the bombing. Some are kind of... yeah, some are kind of burned. Very cool stuff, very cool stuff. And I think we won. Nice, we won. So let's have a look at the aftermath. So as I mentioned, all of the terrain damage is completely permanent, so look from above and where there was combat, there was damage. So as I mentioned, this one happened at the start. I think it was a cluster bomb. Everything is here and as you can see didn't get much of anyone. Because destroyed vehicles also stay and I'm gonna showcase that in a moment. Remember those two? They were here from the very start and here they are still. So is all the damage that happened here. All of that. And here's a forklift. Both crushed by tank and I think... was it bombed? No, it wasn't bombed. I'm not sure what caused that, but you have this tiniest of hole right over here. That is cool. It also happens. Let's look at some of the vehicle racks. And then as you can see, was pretty bloody chaotic. Perhaps I should stream the Morgor mod actually. There is a new version with some fixes and yeah, I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Very good mod, very good mod. Perhaps even it could be good for a stream next week. We'll see. As you can see, all of the building damage, or the terrain damage, every single one of those impacts, it stays here, didn't go anywhere. Let's look at some more vehicle racks. Yep. So as I mentioned, if the tank tower comes off, it also remains permanently, same as the tank base. And if I recall correctly, there was a plane that went down somewhere over here. Where was that? It was over there. It was in a field, I remember that. I think that's a plane crash, no? Nope. I had a few plane crashes, but I don't remember where they were. Always far away. Always far away. Thank you, Cody. So yeah, let's go for the next round. Maybe on a different map. Which one has more built areas? Let's see. I think this one had a few built areas. Keep it the same as it was. I don't want to showcase the built areas damage. Yeah, this will do, this will do. So how should we approach this? As always, have air support in the back. Have some tanks over here. Over here, and do I have one more? Maybe get them in the front to spot. Yeah, so as for VR, at the moment I don't really even have space in this place for VR. Just packed with a bunch of stuff I need for business and such, for the music and such, and I'll definitely get the VR someday. No, unlike consoles, because what consoles have for them? They're basically just, they have exclusive games for them, right? You could have Last of Us 2 on PC if they wanted to, like, how long ago? 2 years ago, right? But VR, on the other hand, does sound like quite of an experience, so sooner or later I will get a VR. Because if I want to make VR stuff right now, I'm gonna have to clear out lots of stuff here. It doesn't sound very appealing, the thought of doing that. Okay, I wanna get those guys to the back so the tanks can handle them. Opa, okay. It's smoke, okay. So I think if I put him here, I really could use this guided bomb right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Yes, okay. Hell is coming for you, Russians or whoever you are. Do I have anything? Alright, yeah, so... I got some of them. You have my allies. Ah, and there go my tank. Oh, damn. I had some tanks here. Oh, that's a bloody shame. This one's also almost dead. Probably wanna get the Vulcan to retreat. I think I'll just go for the... You know what, I'm actually gonna get him right over here. I go straight for the built areas. Wait a sec. Really could use more tanks right now. Right, so I think I'll get them air support right over here. So do need tanks. The Vulcan can wait. Okay, here we go. So hopefully I can get him to capture right over here. And we'll watch this beautiful neighborhood get wrecked. Ah, epic player, yeah, you've been here for a while. So there was a time I did a stream very long time ago. Used to even have weekly streams, but I do like the format for the streams I have right now, which is basically for new stuff. Yep, I definitely streamed Brutal Doom, and I think perhaps I'll even stream the new version, because he's working on one right now. So as for the highest score given to a game was Killing Floor 2 with a score of 78, which in hindsight, way too high, you know. The hype got to me. But still, Killing Floor 2 in the early versions was very good. In the current ones, I think it lost direction. Doesn't feel quite as good. I don't even mean gore-wise, just theme-wise. It kind of like feels more cartoonish. I had a pretty decent balance at the beginning, and now it's a little bit too much on the cartoony side in my opinion. I do recall I played Killing Floor 2. It was even before 2020, I think. 2019 perhaps, I just turned on, just wanna have around and they're like, what the hell is this, what am I playing? It didn't feel quite as good as the old version did. And once again, not even gore-wise, just theme-wise. Are they even shooting at them? Well, as for the streams are basically when new games come out. So, oh, okay, look at that, look at that. I think it's even an enemy plane. Yeah, so those Vulcans weren't there for nothing. Look at that, yeah, there you go, there you go. Good job, Vulcans. And let's see if this guy and all of his racks stay. They probably will, as everything else does, but it's right at the friendly line. I remember quite a long time ago I even found a way to download the very first early access version of Killing Floor 2, and I also had like probably a good 7 or 8 hours of fun in that. I think I'm taking artillery fire over here. Oh yeah. Gotta get him out. Let's see, what should I get? The hero, definitely the hero. Is he making it out? Okay, yeah. One guy is fleeing. But I'll place him right in this neighborhood. And we're going to trash it. Let's see. Yes! Vulcans did a very good job once again. And he fell down right over there. Ah, that's beautiful. A little bit rightwards and those trees would be burned, but yeah. Guys, always keep your Vulcan schools. And now the enemy is angry at him, look at that. Oh yeah. Yeah, the bot player is not happy about that. Gotta get him out. I actually don't even wanna lose them. Feel mildly attached to those beautiful machines. Get them to resupply, heal. Give this guy some air support. And he's already doing badly. Oh, damn. Just flee, just flee, just flee. It ain't worth it. So it is quite unfortunate because I do feel like killing 4-2 got only worse after release. Just going more and more in the silly direction. It's a shame, I used to love it a lot. So basically my go-to for those weekly streams I used to do in the past, my go-to game was killing 4-2. Okay. Do I have any neighborhood damage? Oh yes, so tanks can flatten vehicles. They can flatten a bunch of stuff. And after this glorious flattening, they can also be burned, destroyed, chewed up. Oh, that beautiful stuff. As you can see on the buildings, there is just one issue, which is understandable, right? Once again, scope of the game is... that's the scope of the game. But, you know, the lack of interiors, it will definitely make just like some simple walls inside the building would have made such a big difference. Would be very cool to have as an ultra destruction kind of setting. Once again, like, probably some small shell hit here and you get chewed up at the point of impact. Just very impressive stuff. In the channel. Really exceeded my expectations. Send him some infantry help over here. He's panicking, maybe I can get him. Should get him to refuel. Okay, and so far the plane rack is in Gulf. And there's no reason for the plane rack to vanish, since everything else basically stays. But still. Maybe if I get him over here, he can get those guys. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oof! Ouch, that... Yeah, no, just leave, just leave. It ain't worth it. I'll go for the next points. And we can, since we are pretty close, by the way. Hello, Grumps. So what should I get? Let's go with this one. The game's Regiments. A Cold War gun hot strategy game which has some pretty nice destruction effects, as I showcased throughout the stream. How did he miss so badly? And there we go, there we go. He's still alive? Yes, he is. If in doubt, use more tanks. About Teardown, well, Teardown is incredible. I do have a full review for Teardown. You can find it in the Destruction playlist. Yeah, it is incredible, and with the combat mode, it is very, very nice. I do recall I enjoyed the combat mode so much I wanted to make like maybe a let's play, maybe a stream with it. And came up with the stream format a little bit later, but yeah, the combat mode for Teardown was very cool. The game is called Regiments, 4 reviews coming out on Thursday. In the meanwhile, here's a live look at the destruction, and it is very, very nice. See if you can see a plane coming down. Come on, Vulcans, do your thing, do your thing. No? No. Let you guys make my tanks panic, I'm gonna make you panic. And come on, like, this Empress is a big boy, he shouldn't panic. Anyway. It's coming at my tanks. Yep, yep. Dang, all vehicles are still intact, so that's lowest score for a God of War, so that's gotta be either Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway. And by the way, once again, the my Vulcans are doing quite a good job. They're just taking them down one by one. Beautiful Vulcans. Love them. How's the ammo on them? By the way, very ammo conservative, look at that. Almost beginning to feel attached to those guys. They're doing just such a good job taking down enemy aircraft. And by the way, that is actually kind of a point I want to raise. So, I don't really have quite many games that do a lot of AI companion stuff, right? I don't have it a whole lot. And what I think would be very cool is, of course, more games doing that, but, you know, not like companions with very clear personality of their own, but rather generic ones that can get like this generic picture, generic name that can be from some generator, just like, you know, like different name every time, and in a game with some continuity to it, so you actually kind of like somewhat get attached to a generic character, because if it's like a character with personality that is showing, but if it's kind of like a generic grunt who are just kind of like who fought by your side for 5 hours, like how cool would that be? I mean, technically there are games that would get lower score than Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway, but I'm just not covering them. Because that game specifically, it was also promoted for being like, ah, look at it, it's so very gory. I do recall in a E3 showcase with, I think, Randy Pitchford, they showcased a headshot, which the headshots, by the way, are very nice in the game. No, gotta hand it to them. But they're like saying, ah, look at that, not for kids, and then the full game comes out, and aside for like some nice dismemberment variations, the headshots, which were nice, credits where it's due, but other than that, the gore was very, very disappointing. And that was the case in every single Brothers in Arms games, because I do recall for me when I first saw the series with Road to Hill 30, I think it was called. One of the basically points that got me interested is because it is kind of a gritty World War II game. No, like kind of like hopefully Saving Private Ryan simulator. Saving Private Ryan, the game version. And you play the game, it has some nice dismemberment. It's definitely a great game, like, so gameplay wise I enjoyed it a lot, like, really. The only issue I have is with Hell's Highway, with them going in the third person back view. Not a fan of that. So gameplay wise, Brothers in Arms, I like it quite a lot. And that is one of the reasons I'm very disappointed the gore is as bad as it is. Because I mean, you know, you don't have to be Soldier of Fortune 2 to deliver a responsive experience. But you gotta have wounds, you gotta have blood pools, you gotta have consistent body damage on every hit you see on a character. You know, if you have a huge splash, you gotta have some speeding for it. And that game failed almost everything, and that's a shame. So I do know there is one in the making, a new Brothers in Arms game, and really seriously, Randy, don't screw it up, please, please don't screw it up. Please make it properly gore this time. Ah, and this time we're the ones towards the plane. The anti-air did a good job. Things are looking bad for this plane too. Can he flee? Okay, yeah. He made it out. He made it out. I gotta have my Vulcans to avenge what was happening here. By the way, that helicopter is crazy useful, gotta say. You know what? I actually want to draw fire towards this town, so perhaps I can show you some of the city destruction over here. Are you resupplying? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Oh no, so yeah, I want to draw fire towards the town and they're getting this demolished on the way. That is a bummer. Just get new units. Such a shame. Okay, I just gotta get those guys back because they keep depleting all of the ammo. That's how useful they are. Especially when you have the range multiplier set high. To the question of where I'm from, I answer quite a lot, so I'm Israeli, I'm from Israel. Originally born in Ukraine, so I do speak Russian. And therefore I have this mix of accent, and I basically have accent in every language I speak, so my Russian right now, it has accent, it doesn't sound quite like the Russian of a Russian guy, so accent in every language I speak. That is just how it is. Alright, let's see. No, guys, do stand in this beautiful yard. I wanna mess it up. I really wanna mess it up badly. Right, can I take down any of those planes? Let's see. Do we see a beautiful smoke trail? Yes! Yes, we do. There you go. F you. Glory to the Vulcans. Glory to the Vulcans. As you can see, trees can only get burned. Not destroyed. What is that? Second plane? Glory to the Vulcans! Let's see how those guys are doing. And once again, like, very ammo conservative. They just took down 2 planes and ammo state of 77%. Mad props. Good stuff. Good stuff. And that, I think it's one of the older query. Or is it the recent one? Where do we have golf in the previous one? Yeah, okay, yeah. So I think this one is a plane crash, yep. And it is here. All of it. Actually, I haven't been to Jordan, ever. Another plane goes down. Another one bites the dust. Oh, just beautiful stuff. Amazing Vulcans, amazing Vulcans. So hopefully I can draw some fire towards this village. Doesn't seem to be the case, so if not, I'll just advance further. But I think right now we're gonna get them closer. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so there's finally action in this village. They're exchanging shells with this guy. Yes. I'll give him a present from me. Yes, look at that. Do have some action happening in this village. But this guy's doing badly. Let's let him get out. We'll definitely have a look at what's been happening over here. After the round ends, and seems like we are winning, which is nice. How's the game compared to Red Dragon? I have no idea, I haven't played Red Dragon. I did play Warno though, and I am enjoying this one more than I enjoyed Warno, and I enjoyed Warno, by the way. This one just kind of like speaks more to me, I don't even know how to put it. But I enjoyed both games, and I'm enjoying this one more than Warno. You know, with all this cool destruction happening in strategy games, I might actually begin getting good at those. Because I was never like really great at strategy games, and for the main reason that you always have to keep an eye out for many fronts. So, for example, in a turn-based strategy game, you can just kind of like keep an eye out on everything and manage it all in your pace, no problem. But over here, you know, I have this guy over here, I have those Vulcans over here, I have this hero, gotta make sure it doesn't run out of ammo. Which he soon will. So for those reasons I generally enjoy turn-based a little more, but once again with all of this cool destruction, which is crazy cool in this game, with more games like this I might start getting good at strategy games. Oh, this one is offline. I'll lost the comments for some reason. Okay. I hope I have the comments back now. necessarily capture anything. Okay. You know what? I just need an excuse to bomb a residential area. Yeah. Just needed an excuse, which I do have right now. Eat some shells. Let's commit some more crimes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Is the game over? Ah, yeah, I think the game is over. Yep, I was not able to finish my war crime. A sec, gotta get out of this free cam. Why can't I lose the free cam? Ah, it's not great. Anyway. Seriously. Okay, so I think... just found a bug. That after the game is over, I can't exit freaking... Okay, yeah, I can. Nope, still can't. Never mind, never mind. Anyway. So let's look at some damage. So yeah, as I mentioned, stuff gets chewed up at the point of impact, and it is very nice, just look at that. Glorious stuff. So the scale, seeing this level of detail in a game like this is just very, very impressive. Once again, as I mentioned, you have debris where there was damage, you have debris, and you have debris only where there was damage, so where it's clean there is nothing. Very impressive stuff, and what else? We have some chewed up objects perhaps. Yeah, so... okay, yeah. So as you can see, you do have the dynamic chewing up on small objects too, so as you can see a shell hit right over here. And the part of the car kind of got burned at the point of impact, and I'm pretty sure some of it is also chewed up. Which is just, you know, like... if you've been following destruction effects, you don't have a lot of stuff like this, and I am very, very impressed. So let's have a few more looks at the aftermath, and I think I'll end the stream. Yeah, so all the vehicle wrecks stay, once again. Every single explosive impact leaves a black spot like this one, and those persist. Let's see if... okay, yeah, look at that. Look at that. So here you can see just how this dynamic system goes. So I shall hit this water tower, and it definitely shows some rough spots, but who cares, like, this damage is glorious, you know. Don't have that in more... in action games. You don't have this damage in action games, and you have it in a large-scale strategy game, so... very impressive stuff. You can see right here. This button got chewed up, the vehicle got burned. Yeah, but I think in... yeah, it kind of does work like Left 4 Dead 2, but... I think the big difference with Left 4 Dead 2 is that they use a similar technique, but it was all pre-made, you know, like... in Left 4 Dead 2 you have variations. Those are activated roughly at the spot where you hit, but those are still pre-made variations. Now, if in Left 4 Dead 2 you had that kind of damage happen dynamically, damn. Perhaps in L43? And I would absolutely love a Left 4 Dead 3. So as you can see, just dynamic damage to this roof right here. The car. So just very, very impressive stuff, and you know, I would love to see this kind of... let's look at it chewing up again. Now, this kind of chewing up at the point of impact in an action game. You don't really have this stuff, like, first time I saw it was like, damn, that is crazy impressive. Was Honsland expecting, and as I said, this has to happen in action games. And as I mentioned, all those black marks, they do stay permanently. Very, very cool stuff, very cool stuff. And as we've seen previously, we have some partially burned trees. Alright, yeah, so that is it for the stream. Let's see if you have any more questions. You know, Epic Player, is that a full presentation or is it just a, is that a video or is it just the, kind of like, PowerPoint presentation? I'm curious. And there was a plane wreck, wait a sec. There was a plane wreck somewhere on the edges of the map. Here it is. All of it remains. All of it remains. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm loving the game. Definitely recommend it. So yeah, see you next time and full video. We'll actually check it out.